In this video, I'm going to discuss how you can pay HMRC less tax using your serviced accommodation business. Now, there's many different parts to the puzzle here, and I would definitely recommend getting a tax specialist in your corner like I have. They will save you tens, if not hundreds of thousands across the lifetime of your business. In the main, there are a few areas that we can discuss here today, but one is the Section 24 tax. Now, this is where landlords can no longer write off their interest, their investment interest, from their profits. Now, as you run a serviced accommodation business, you're actually bringing in trading income and not investment income, and there's a perceived risk to that income as well, and therefore it does not fall under the Section 24 banding, and ultimately you can then write off your mortgage interest and therefore pay less tax and increase your profits. So that is one quick win if you currently own the properties in your own name still rather than a limited company. I know a lot of people made the shift, and now with the corporation taxes it might not have been worthwhile making that shift, but hindsight's a wonderful thing, and that's a different video for a different day. As well as the Section 24 avoidance, then you can also claim capital allowances. If you own the buildings, then the building will have a capital allowance value, and because you're using it as a trade-in business, then you can get a capital allowance expert to come in, value it, and then pass that valuation onto your accountant, who can then knock that off your corporation tax bill at the end of each year. Again, potentially saving you hundreds of thousands, if not millions, over the lifetime of your business by just using the right people and understanding what you can and can't claim. The beauty of paying less tax to HMRC is that you can reinvest it back into your business. And because we're in the business of cash flow and each and every property brings in a positive cash flow, then ultimately we want to have that money to set up more properties. The more properties we set up, the more cash flow we get. It is a very simple business model. So you want to work hard on keeping as much of your cash as you possibly can and reinvesting it back into your business. You can also claim the VAT back on a lot of your refurbishment costs, which I know you can do in other ways as well, depending on the type of build that it is. But in the main, if you're going to run it as a serviced accommodation property, you can also claim the VAT back, which again is putting more money back in your back pocket and less money into HMRC's pocket, and ultimately helping you grow your business. So for me, there's many different types of tax specialists that you need in your serviced accommodation business. One is a good accountant. You need a good accountant who understands serviced accommodation. It is different to many other property businesses, and it's also quite fresh. So it's only been kicking around for the last 5 to 10 years in the main. It's getting more popular, but that doesn't necessarily mean that there's loads of accountants out there that specialize in it. So for one is get a good accountant, because they will also be linked with all the different types of specialists that you need. Number two is you need a capital allowance tax valuation specialist. They will be the value that goes out and ultimately gives the value of the property and then passes it on to your capital allowance tax specialist. They're two different things. One's the valuer, one's the specialist. The specialist will put it into the terms for your accountant to actually then take the money out and make that claim on your behalf, so therefore it reduces your tax bill. If you get it wrong, you could end up in sticky water and you may end up having to pay more back in fines. So you've got to get it right, and these people are worth investing in. The next piece of the puzzle is your personal tax specialist. As you grow your business, you're going to want to take more money out and feel the benefits of all of the hard work you've put in, but you don't just want to be giving that money away to the HMRC. So you want to make sure that you are putting it in the right places and you've got the right wrappers around you personally and also your businesses to be as tax efficient as you possibly can. All of this that my team do for me on a regular basis ensures that I have more money to reinvest back into the business. I've mentioned this a few times now. I started the business without taking any money out around my job. We discussed that in the video about quitting your job, and it is really important to reinvest into the business to get it going. Most successful businesses are ones that took very little out in the beginning and just constantly pumped the money back in. By utilizing the tax specialist, you can also do the same, and your growth will be exponential. You will move so much quicker when you have cash flow around you than if you don't. And ultimately, that cash flow can come from many different avenues. You don't always have to be bringing it in from the revenue side. You can be saving it on the back end, and by doing so, reinvesting it to create more on the front side. Huge part of a serviced accommodation business. Don't take it for granted. Even if you only have a handful of units, I'm pretty sure that a tax specialist is worth the investment in all the different areas to be able to save you the money so you can reinvest it in your business and scale. As always, please head over to ryankluke.com if you do need any more help and you want to accelerate your property journey. Book a call with my team, explore the options that we have and see what comes of it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to seeing you back tomorrow.